Nick and Lex here.
Hey everyone!
How's it going, guys? So tonight, tonight we're gonna do a reaction to the band ZIO or ZIO.
Yeah, we didn't know how to pronounce
There's no accent, so we don't know how to pronounce it. So, but that's so funny because you look at a word like that in Spanish and you automatically say, "Where's the accent?" That doesn't exist in English.
Yeah.
But well, this is for Eric Meredith. Thank you so much for being a Dan member. As you guys know, being a Dan member gives you one song a month of your choosing, and this is the one that Eric chose today. This is Interstellar List.
From the album Flower Terrania 2020. How exciting, and thank you so much. I've never heard of this band, ZIO or ZIO. So thank you for always wanting to introduce new stuff to us. Have no idea what to expect, and
I have no idea what style of music this is.
Me neither, but I know Eric has good taste.
Knowing Eric, it's gonna be a hit because he always requests.
Yes,
it's gonna either be proggy or just some other like style of good music.
Yeah,
right?
Alternative, maybe indie,
but with a twist.
Yeah,
a little bit of limon.
Exactly. So 2020, you know, this is fairly new, I should say, compared to what we're used to listening to. And the album cover is very interesting. It's like a controller or a
like a joystick.
Yes, I think you're right. Like maybe it's like a video game type of thing, because there's also animations around it with.
It looks like Tetris in the background, right?
Yeah. And then the joystick
and the buttons. It's for a lefty.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Interstellar List, very cool. We're big fans of the movie Interstellar. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But thank you, Eric, so much for all of your loves, your support, your friendship. Thank you all for being here. Let's get started and see what this band is all about.
Let's go. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. If you liked the video, be sure to like it. You know, maybe subscribe to the channel. Maybe check us out on Patreon. That's it.
Okay, here we go.
The pitch is over. Here we go.
Oh.
Make your way up to the sky, jumping on your rocket, raise your fist up, look all abandoned in the eye, we're burning down the interstellar list. I've got a list with all your names, taking down all your egos. So I'm gonna shine through all my pain, much brighter than you'll ever know. There's more shooting stars in space like me, and we're coming in for landing. But looking back at where we've been, it's a miracle we're still standing. I'm not ready to bow. Future's not being cast. You're frenetic and pessimistic and belong in the past. Make your way up to the sky.
lost because there's so much happening.
There's
I
a
won't
lot to
remember
say.
what-
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I like it. It definitely reminds me of like music that I would hear on an anime, maybe. Like,
Oh, okay.
it just has that feel of like power and like chorusy, and then changes, and it's very
like a video game.
yeah,
Like a video game intro or something. like
yeah,
that.
or
Or an anime intro.
Anime intro, yeah.
But it has that. It does have a little bit of progginess.
Yeah,
I mean, of course, not a
because
little.
of the changes, it does have its prog elements.
I
for
would
sure.
say it reminds me a little bit of the. There's a band that plays like this that are very, very noticeable changes. Like Magellan does that. But they're from the 90s. But it also, in the middle section, it reminded me almost like Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, they're singing very like.
Yes.
Yes. It was like, and then it's like
Very heavy.
It's like all metal, and then it becomes like super soft. So yes, I totally get where you have that anime thing from. Yeah, I totally.
Yeah, because we've watched some, and that's usually like the
like
style.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like stuff like that. Yeah.
But I really like it. It's very different. It definitely sounds original, and I can't relate it to anything, you know.
That's good.
Which is very good, because it's not often that we find ourselves there. Usually we're saying, oh, this is influenced on this or that, but in this case, I mean,
I'm also very lost to what I would compare this to. I just said the intro reminds me a little bit of Magellan, but the rest is just it's proggy, but it has like these really different sections that are almost a totally different musical style.
Yes,
with
exactly.
the singing. But I do like it, and I love that it's from 2020, because that just shows that they are still working on new music that's original, that's good, with good performances.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm enjoying this very, very much. Thank you, Eric, for this very unique request. And if you're watching this and listening to this for the first time, share your thoughts now and let us know what you think. And then you can always add another comment at the end. And we love to read you guys. So let's keep going.
Okay, let's go.
Accept that you need again. You'll be much stronger on that day, and the revenge will be sweeter then. I might still be crazy. I wanna pull the plug. I wanna fight the bugs, yeah. You better think before you speak. Make your own magic. Make your own magic spell, so it all works out well for you.
Wow, very interesting.
Wow.
Like let's look him up real quick. On Wikipedia. On Wikipedia.
There we go. They're Prague.
Prague. Okay. Does it say? Let's see. I just want to see where they're from.
They're on Prague Archives.
UK. Okay, from the UK.
Massive inspiration of progressive rock.
Yeah, like that keyboard solo was awesome. It just has a little bit of everything, but I can't pinpoint it.
And I like the vocals. The vocals were interesting because he did different styles of music within this one song and did them well, even like an operatic section. When he did that. Yeah.
I love that you caught it even. Yeah. You caught that timing. That was amazing.
Because they had done it once before and I was like, okay, it's in an unusual spot. Here it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. What a cool discovery to have brought in front of us, Eric. Thank you very much, because they don't seem to be extremely listened to, but they are out there,
and they're new. They have even a new album 2023.
Very cool. And this is what we should be focusing on, these new bands that are coming out with stuff. Not just focus on what we know and love and say, oh, today's music sucks, because this is part of today's music.
I know. I read the worst comment the other day from that was literally from, well, it doesn't matter from who, but it said today's generation doesn't deserve to listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I can't believe that. Why would you say that? I mean, why would anybody say that? It's like if the parents of that person would have said, no, I won't be letting you listen to Bach or Mozart or whatever because you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Because you're different. It's like, come on, man.
Every generation has its creative flows, I guess. And yes, we always focus on the past. People living in the 70s were like, oh, the best stuff was in the 50s. And then people living in the 90s were focused on the 70s. And so it's always like wanting what we don't have, and
nostalgia.
And yes, I mean, I do have to agree, there were certain years that marked the history of music as we know it, very creative, where you could go watch Rush, you could go watch Yes on one weekend, you could go see Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd.
But I mean, look, if we're really, really honest, in the 90s, the same thing happened with grunge. Yeah. You could see Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins.
That's what I'm saying, but now, right now, it's honestly, that how many bands do we have now that are of that quality? And it's
well, maybe
that are very well known, that are out there and touring. These guys, I don't know if they're
it's touring. It's because of the music business is so different nowadays. They don't make the same amount of money. The only artists that make money is rap artists and hip hop, and that music, unfortunately, is very poor.
Yes, in comparison, it's
in comparison to just the composition, it's just a stupid beat with just some stupid lyrics, and then they stamp this is a album. It's ridiculous. Yes, that I agree with totally. Music is not the way it was, and the quality is just very, very bad.
But by listening,
what I consider radio play.
Exactly. Yes, and that's a good point. So by listening to these bands and diving a little bit deeper into these worlds, we can at least be happy with what is out there now in some part of the.
Yeah, and I think a perfect example is Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, exactly.
Greta Van Fleet, if you don't know them, maybe you should do a reaction to them.
That would be good.
But yes, they get a lot of flack because they sound literally like Led Zeppelin. But hey, better than Led Zeppelin. Better Led Zeppelin than, freaking radio. Whenever you turn on the radio, it's garbage. You literally have to turn on classic radio or classical music or jazz to get some quality. Yeah. And it's also it's very sad because our teenagers, they like this crap. They literally like it. And it's I don't know, maybe our parents felt about us that way. Like, how can you listen to Metallica? What is good about this?
I know.
And or you know, or like when we were listening to Guns N' Roses or Nirvana. But I mean, it is quality music, you know. It is better than what's out today, but whatever.
We could talk about this
for hours. So
and you guys, please pitch in, have this conversation with us. Like I said, we'd love to hear your side of things. We love sharing these moments with you and sharing music with you. Thank you so much, Eric. This was a wonderful request. It had
look, it sparked like this amazing debate, you know. We're not debating, but I mean, it is a question that is being asked. So guys, let us know what you think. Comment below, let us know. Right? And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.